All right. First question, would you please tell me a little bit about your company, such as its name, mission, products and services, and customers?
So the company name is Cafe Zupas. We are a fast casual concept that serves freshly made soup salad sandwich and protein bowls. We make everything fresh in-house every day. We are very big on touting ourselves as serving fresh food made fast. But we do it through people. So we're a people first company. We just happen to make food on the side. It's a hobby we're really good at. Um, we began in Provo, Utah, and are now expanded over 81 locations over, I think, 9 states. Texas here to be open this year. As far as our guests, we are very family friendly. We are um, group parties, for business lunch, for catering events. I mean, you name it, we're there. But as far as I think the clientele, it's anybody who's got an appetite for a great experience with something served fresh and quick.
Nice. Okay, next one. How might you describe your company's unique selling proposition or competitive advantages?
A lot of our stuff is proprietary blend. Um, we don't use a lot of preservatives. Having stores in which we kind of highlight what we do, from having the open kitchen concept to having the guests watch their food made down the line. I think kind of sets us apart. But we do focus heavily on a guest interaction model, followed by a process for building the food. And our recipes are very specific and created by obviously professional chefs.
Nice. What are some of your organization's key operational challenges and issues?
I think it always starts and stops with people. Um, as we're growing so quickly, always constantly having people on the bench and prepared to go into role, prepared to whether they want to travel or whether they want to relocate. Um, that so finding from assistants to district mentors to area leaders to general managers to store level team members, everybody we do hire, we hope to advance at some point. We really try to hire the next operating partner, but I'd say scalability. Just being able to open as fast as we are. In Utah, we're still opening locations, but I think outside markets, we do a pretty good job. We have a terrific talent mentor or recruiting team, and a strong support center here in Sandy. But I think people is always going to be the other part, the ordering and the operations. That stuff is transferable across any market.
Yeah. Okay, so then going into you specifically, can you please describe your current position and role within the organization?
So I am a regional mentor. I personally oversee 7 locations daily on a one-on-one, and then I've got a couple of district mentors that report to me, who each have 5 locations of their own. And so my job is to mentor them, to mentor their own locations and leaders. Uh, Daily operations, I've got a checklist and a routine like everybody else, but it's got a strong focus around the people development part. I'm on the line serving shoulder to shoulder with my team through our busy times. But the development of people doesn't start and stop when I've got a guest in front of me. So um, recruiting and training are always going to be number one.
Nice. How long have you been employed at Cafe Zupas, and can you describe your career path there?
How I've been employed?
How long?
Oh, okay, 11 and a half years. Came on as an operating partner level 1. I ran the American Fork store, which was top 3 busiest in the company at the time, and it was a strong learning curve. And as we've uh, been open for as long as we have, and I've stuck with them, and we've we both developed the company and I think hand in hand is we've dialed in systems. We're still constantly upgrading, adding things, losing things, making things better, especially as we're busier than we've ever been. As far as that, I went on to earn through successful completion of numbers, hitting food, labor, revenue, hiring targets, went into a level 2 and then to a senior operating partner. And then before going into an ownership partner, which is the highest level, I was offered a district mentor position. Oh gosh, 7 years ago. Took that on and from there advanced to district mentor 1, 2, 3, senior, and then recently received a promotion into a newly titled position of regional. So it's just myself and 2 others in the company that as we grow, they've got to develop and add things to the company and positions in order to scale it. So again, my job is really mentor my own stores, but more importantly, like district mentors. So
Nice. What kind of education and previous professional experience helped you get your first job at the company?
I was acting GM over Tucano's Brazilian Grill for several years. I've been with them for 9 years, held multiple leadership roles there, helped them open up their Salt Lake location. And then before that, I was the inventory control supervisor at Joanne Fabrics. And before that, I was a storeroom leader at Toys R Us for 8 years. So leadership opportunities that I've been able to earn throughout the years definitely piled one on top of the other. But as I got into a highly structured, very professional organization, which is Zupa's, the maturity and development kind of streamlined pretty quick as systems were strong, and everyone from the ownership down saw very eye to eye, and it was very people focused as opposed to a numbers focused company, which numbers followed. But I've got a pre-med degree with a community health emphasis. So went to school and completed that. It was great, but that along with being pre-med club president for a couple of years and having led just in a lot of different positions, whether it was service oriented or work related, or even in study group settings, something that I've gravitated towards.
Yeah. So then going back to, as you're talking about, you're like leading and building teams. As you hire new team members, what are the top 3 qualifications you look for in candidates?
So they've got to have the outgoing, bubbly, I can talk to and have a conversation, making eye contact. That's first and foremost. Then you've got things like work history and then availability. I don't think that there's much more on top of that.
Nice. Can you describe the various kinds of training and professional development you offer team members?
Yeah. So I think first and foremost, everybody's got to know what the options are when they come in. So we have an advancement pathway for everyone, whether they come in as a leader or come in as a line server. Again, when I hire anyone, I especially leaders, assistants, let them know we're not hiring assistants, we're hiring future operating partners. So the expectation is for everyone to be able to work towards that. We have a very subjective form of advancement based off of the facts, which are just the numbers. And so it allows anybody who wants to get there to get there. The systems are available to anyone, the training, the materials, and then me as a resource, I can help guide them to that, or give them the one-off answer. But I love that everybody has access to whatever information they need. And then as far as the development, I'm constantly helping revamp or update or improve training systems, and then including written materials or digital, and then doing side-by-side training with them, in which we do a lot of show, do, teach, review. But really what we're looking to do is have lead through the leaders.
Nice. Okay, just a few more here. How would you define the role of your team members in creating a positive customer experience and brand loyalty?
I don't even think you can open the doors without having a really great team. Like they are the start and the stop. So, and they're our best case scenario. When I'm not here, like they are hopefully acting in place of me based off of the time and the training that I put in. And so a lot of trust goes into it, but at the same time, we are very big on repetition and practice, just practice it over and over. And so there's a lot of trust that goes into it. At the same time, there's a lot of proving that, you know, they're ready to do it. We want to give people an opportunity. We won't put people into a place to fail, but we definitely want to give them the opportunity to lead, which I think is what a lot of people want. They just need to have the opportunity, which is, I think, pretty rampant at Cafe Zupas.
Yeah. Does your organization have any strategies or programs focused on team member satisfaction and retention?
Yeah, I think it's only as good as the leader wants to make it, right? A lot of it is the one-on-one training. I mean, there's a lot of things that are not even in the training material that we'll teach or that I'll teach. Everything from a personal greeting to every team member by name when you walk in the door. Like that's a big part of it. But we're very big on even the written material feedback that the team member leaves for us. There's a lot of discussion left at the end of each training shift on, hey, what did you learn? What was good? What was bad? We have a fast and friendly program that just identifies a team member that excelled in that shift. I personally do a lot of just little recognition things, one-off things, like one-on-one things of whether it's a simple gesture of gratitude and focus specifically on behaviors they were doing, or a gift card. There's that, but I think the biggest thing is, where are they going to be tomorrow versus what they did today? So the advancement is always where are they going with it. I think is the most satisfactory thing for any team member.
Yeah. Okay, lastly, what advice would you offer me or other college students as we prepare for a career in the hospitality business?
I think coming back to Cafe Zupas would be the first one. And then I think the more you just I think practice having conversations with strangers is a big one. One thing that I try to do whenever I go out to eat or even go to a retail location is I try to engage with the team members at that location. Just if I can get them talking and I can get them having a good day, I think it helps me hone in on my ability. And I think social skills are a really big part of what we do. And I think that it's kind of a lost art with the digital age. So I would say as often as you can have a conversation with someone in a professional environment, someone that's serving you, I think that goes a lot further than you serving and having that conversation with the guest in front of you. I think to hear and see what they're dealing with. And I also look for those who exemplify like Cafe Zupa standards outside of Cafe Zupa, not necessarily from a recruiting perspective, but I know that there are concepts that are harder to work for. And when I have a team member there who is optimistic and positive and who wants to just give that back to me, that same positivity, it definitely creates the desire to want to continue doing what I'm doing. It's like, again, I don't think my job is thankless, but it can be if it's not, if you want it to be, right? I think besides that, I would say systems, there's systems and then there's people. I think if you operate within the system, you can't forget about the people, but the systems are meant to help you focus on the people. But then there's the one-on-one, and you have to have a connection with people that's based off of mutual, I guess I would say, mutual goals and likes. But you have to be able to connect with somebody on some kind of level about something. And then at the same time, if you're not enjoying what you're doing and you can't keep things lighthearted while still getting the job done, like I think you're in the wrong industry. Yeah, we're at the end of the day, we're making food, right?
Yeah. Right on. Okay. That's all I got for you.
But bro, so I miss you, man. Go have a good day.
Right on.
Thanks,
See ya.
buddy. See ya.